Alright guys, just picking up with you guys on Saturday here. Just gonna get out to the barn. It is February 15th. Gonna go see what we got going on today. It's supposed to snow a whole lot, so we might try and get some stuff prepared ahead of the big snow. And it's a cold one out today. Wind's coming from the east. It's never nice weather that when it blows in from the east. So we'll get the goats fed and we'll see. Likely need to mix up some feed for the cattle. Get them fed. And I think then we're gonna move Moose and Tony back into the goat barn. Make a pen up for them. And that way they're out of the main barn so we can clean that pen out and get it ready for cattle. Well, skid steer's back here because Joe's had a bearing go on the bale chopper. So we'll rearrange some stuff and get some feed for the goats and then get started feeding the cattle. So it's snug fit in here, but we'll get this unhooked and get the skid steer around. All right, feed's mixing. I like to let it mix a bit before we unload it so everything is mixed thoroughly. It is not nice out today. So I didn't video much making feed today because honestly it sucks. The weather. It's supposed to be like this all day. Anyways, we're gonna go feed the cows. Cattle are fed. So, like I said earlier, that mixer upgrades that we did, we've been able to chop and grind that straw up a lot better. And so they are, every bite's the same. We got it all mixed up good. There might be a few chunks in that feed because I put a frozen bale of straw in, so it hadn't thawed out yet. So they should be good. Joe's gone to get parts to fix the bale chopper, so hopefully we can get some fresh bedding in for them today at some point. And I'd like to get these guys moved, but I think with the easterly winds and the cold weather that we're experiencing today, I might just keep them inside here, and then next week when it's not as blistery out, they can handle the cold. It's just the wind, and that east wind sucks. So see, we might get their pen ready, but we won't get them moved. I'm going to get a coffee and warm up because I'm frozen. Hay's loaded up. I moved some snow while I was out. Getting down to the last of this second cut. Next year we'll do a lot more in little squares. So we've got lots. They're just nice to handle. There's fed some hay. Giving these guys a little bit. See if that helps. We've got a bit of a herd health issue. Fortunately, we lost a calf through the night. He was doing well, eating good, and then brother found him yesterday late afternoon, pretty much on his side, loading him up with a bunch of stuff, and he didn't make it. And then that calf that Andrea and I treated, was looking good, and last night he was down, so thanks to TikTok and talking to other guys, we loaded him up with some antibiotics, and then Joe tube fed him a liter of milk, an egg, and evidently some coffee. And he's not out of the woods yet, but he did make it the night, so we'll probably see if he's got enough strength to drink from a bottle this afternoon, and we'll probably give him some more milk, some yogurt. I hear is another good thing for calves. And then that guy back there got a bit of a sore tummy, so we gave him some Tums per se to help with that. So, joys of livestock. We've had pretty good success with so far, but definitely earning our spots or stripes, whatever you want to call them, with the calves lately. So this up and down weather's no good for them. You know, if it's going to be cold, it's got to be cold, and we're in a cool, damp climate. So anyways, that is all we got on the books for right now. I might grab some lunch and come back this afternoon, because I think we wanted to vaccinate and dehorn and castrate some calves so that they're ready to go in 2 weeks down to my father-in-law's. So we'll see how we get along. Like I said, we've been kind of having some issues in the barn here, herd health wise, so whether we want to put them on, introduce another layer of stress, or just hold off and see what next week brings. Well, one of the calves that is sick, another thing that we have, we're going to give a try to see if we can get some energy back into them, is we're going to use Greek yogurt. So there'll be lots of energy in that for them, and then also there's good gut bacteria in there as well. So we're going to mix that up and give him a bottle and see if that helps bring him around. All right, so Joe's putting the tube in. So we've got electrolytes, yogurt, and milk mixed in. And based on what Joe explained he was in last night's shape, he's a lot better today. Last night he got egg, coffee, and milk and electrolytes. So hopefully the yogurt gives him lots of energy and some good gut bacteria, and he'll start to turn the corner. Well, hopefully that works. That's the joys of looking after livestock. They all sometimes get sick. If you've got small children, they seem to be always sick. So it'd be naive to think that cows don't get sick when they're little like this. But anyways, hopefully that helps them get turned around and they're hydrated, and they start to feel better in a couple days. Gonna clean these guys out. Got a break in the weather. Freezing rain now. You might have to take the whole gate off. That could have been shitty. I just go over that.
Candy cane fell down. Well, Daddy will get the candy cane.
Our fence gave out.
I'll go grab one of those.
They keep an eye on them. They'll do their laps here, get a little bit of exercise. Big oops. I'll be having fun. Well, they go along and they've knocked or pushed out all the steeples. I will put it on the inside. Oh, that gate broke. That gate, I'm going to have to take it out that I hit or broke because it gave out on me. And since we got that other feed front done, we'll swing that gate and they can have run on the whole pen again, so they're not packed in there as tight. And when we ship out some, we're going to ship some out in the next 10 days because we don't know with these tariffs or these impending tariffs how that's going to affect the cattle market, as lots of live cattle from Ontario go to the States. And so if you put 25% tariff on them, that essentially signals to the buyers they can buy Canadian cattle for 25% less. But then it also gives the end users, I think, an excuse to charge more because they got to pay more for U.S. cattle. So the U.S. cattle farmer maybe benefits from it, but I don't see how the U.S. Consumer is going to be in a better spot. But we'll see. all I know for sure is our cattle are gonna have, that we have ready, need to go in the next 2 weeks before the March 1st implementation of the tariffs. But it's kind of hard to guess. I don't know, like, I don't know where to look to see what Aces. It's all products, but I would think his advisors would say, you know, you're gonna have to be more selective, and because on both sides of the border, those U.S. packers or packers that are buying our Canadian cattle are gonna need them to stay open, because empty hooks doesn't make them money. And if they were counting on Canadian animals coming down, and the thing is, it's not the big packers, there's a lot of smaller packing plants that buy, and they might not be able to source cattle. So, I don't know, it's interesting times. Part of me thinks that maybe they'll exclude the live cattle and maybe go after the, you know, the box beef. I could see box beef because that stuff's not processed in the US. But there's lots of Americans that need jobs, and I said if they all of a sudden can't source cattle, keep those plants, like those plants don't make money running at 50% capacity, because their fixed costs, to cover their fixed costs, it requires a X amount of cattle a week, and I don't think they get that or be able to source enough in the long term to stay open. Short term maybe, but long term I don't think so. Might have to call Joe and see if he'll give me a hand. I know exactly what he's gonna say when he sees this. Be a set of choice words. Because the problem is, all of this manure will have bound in the gate, but see if I can't. All right, I got it loose. We're winning there. It's just whether we get this last pin out. All right, got that pin out. And there we go. There's a big chunk of aluminum somewhere. And you know what broke this? The animals that broke this are those things over there. We had to reinforce them all. Those are the animals that broke it, not the cattle. And then this guy right here broke them. So anyways, we'll get stuff, finish getting them cleaned out, and then we'll get some bales of straw. camera died while we were cleaning out there. Got them all bedded up. I'm gonna shut her down for today, go home, get something to eat, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, it's next day. Lots of snow coming down. Gonna go and try and do chores today. Hopefully not get stuck in the snow. And probably just do chores, and since it's snowing so much, won't be doing much. Plus it's Sunday, so we don't really push it too hard on Sunday. It is a long weekend. We have a holiday tomorrow, family day, so we'll get some chores done here and see how those calves made out through the night. Joe went and checked last night late, and everybody was still doing good then, so fingers crossed they're doing all right now. Snowstorm. Well, we'll go feed the goats, check on the cattle. Joe had to get that thing out last night to pull his truck around. And we got lots of snow. One thing, bedding them up yesterday with all that straw, is they are off feed because they do fill up on straw. Because they've been eating enough that this should have all been gone by now. But they fill up on that straw and then they're off feed a little bit. And so that's why we like to chop it, because when we chop the hay or straw, when we bed them, they don't eat that much of it and then they're not off feed. But they're still eating a pile of feed. All right, guys, there they are fed. We got the new feed fronts, so they got lots of bunk space now. Not that it wasn't an issue the way we pile all the feed out in front. Anyways, it wasn't an issue for them not getting enough feed, but now they just got lots of space. But we'll be able to easily feed probably another, probably 36, 38 to a side. Before we'll be easily fed. Well, smaller ones will have a lot more room, but we'll still only put 38 in. That way we don't have to clean them out as often. So that's what we're gonna do on this side. So they got feed now. I just gotta, when we get snow built up here, door doesn't want to shut. So scrape that out and that door should be able to go down. Well, I think that's gonna pretty well wrap it up for today. Probably just gonna go home and spend time with the kids, and we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Guys, it's February 17th, family day here in Ontario, or you're in the US, President's Day. Anyways, we got some snow to deal with first, and then we'll get at trying to tackle chores. But I think these drifts aren't packed tight that it shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. I got the skid steer stuck over there. This won't start. And can't find the battery charger. And also I got another truck stuck because I was trying to get Joe down here to give me a hand to get the skid steer unstuck. The joys of snow and drifts. Not fun. Gong show of a day. There's where she sits. I was getting a path cleared out so Mom could gather the eggs, and I got her buried. I got it beached. My handiwork here. a chain. There we go. He's out. Moves a lot of snow really well. Just we need different tracks so we got a little more grip. They slip and slide. We have better tracks, we could push a lot of snow with that thing. A lot of snow. Of course that wind's got to pick up as soon as we want to do some stuff outside. Brutal, brutal, brutal. We're gonna put this thing in the auction now that we got that roller mill. So I don't know if you're looking for a feed mixer. Filson's Good Friday auction, I think it's online. It's an Archway 500A. It's gonna come with a couple sets of screens. New Holland unload we upgraded to its hydraulic drive. Oh, it works for us. It's old. There's some the cone's pretty thin, but for somebody that just wants to grind a bit of corn or make a bit of feed for themselves, it's a pretty good option. All right, bundled back up after lunch, grabbing something to eat. We'll go, I'll get started. We're gonna make 2 batches of cattle feed today because it's supposed to blow like this all day tomorrow as well. So I imagine Joe will have lots to do and I gotta go to work tomorrow. So while there's 2 of us here, we'll make 2 batches of feed in case somebody gets stuck. You got somebody to give you a hand getting you unstuck. So we'll get started. He's just coming back from lunch. He'll be here shortly and then we'll get the cattle fed and then I'll see what else we want to tackle this afternoon. I don't know if we want to get too involved with some stuff. So. Just feeding the second batch out here, and the reason we're doing that is again so we don't have to try and make feed tomorrow. So we'll have lots of feed for them here. We're just using up some bad hay that we were going to give to the goats, and it just those extra knives on there make it drive a little harder, I think. So, and the silage is semi-wet, frozen, so stuff just doesn't slide as nice. So lots of feed, so Joe won't have to feed tomorrow, other than just the goats and the calves. But then it shouldn't be too hard for him to do chores for the next couple days. Honestly, the way today went, we should have done this. Yes, should have done that yesterday instead of just doing the one load. But live and learn. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. It's probably lots long. We did lots on a 3-day weekend. So, anyways, everything's fed. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of family day with my family and probably edit this video and it'll be out maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. But we'll see how I get along editing. Got a new editing software, so playing around with a few things. So. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up. And if you like the content that you're seeing from the channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out. But anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in.